Hey guys, it's another snow day, which means it's another baking day because we are on day 3 of snow day and it's insane. I need to do something. Anyway, so I was gonna make pretzels, but then my daughter said, why not cinnamon rolls? Why can't we have cinnamon rolls? So even though it's noon, it's the middle of the day, we're making some cinnamon rolls. Let me show you our ingredients. Okay, so we are going to start with 1 cup of warm, very warm water to activate our 3 teaspoons. This is not 3 teaspoons. Make sure you measure out 3 teaspoons of yeast in your bowl. Then we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of sugar to help the yeast do its thing. We're going to add in 3 1/4 cup of flour. The rest of my recipe calls for bread flour, but I don't have bread flour. All I have is all-purpose, which is close to the same thing. It's just a little less protein, so it may be a little bit stickier. So all-purpose flour it will be. Then we're going to add in a 1/2 stick of butter, 4 tablespoons of melted butter so we don't cool down the yeast to stop it from doing its thing. And then lastly, 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. So I've had this recipe for a very long time, like pre-baking cookie age. I used to stink at making cookies. That is not the case anymore, but I used to. So even before, I throw this all in the bowl and get it done. The recipe calls for it to be kneaded for 30 minutes. I do not have the time or the energy. Well, I do have the time, it's a snow day, but I don't have the energy to knead it for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna use my handy dandy mixer, which was not a thing way back when. I mean, it was invented, I just didn't have one. Let's be clear, I'm not that old. Anyway, bread hook. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna knead it for 15 minutes, see what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I've let my yeast and my water and my sugar sit until they're foamy, which in the past I didn't do, so oh, it's an option, I guess. I'm adding in my flour and my salt, pouring the butter on top. I'm gonna raise up my mixer and get her started. And then I'll show you what it looks like as soon as it's done. Okay, so here's my dough. I let it go for about 15 minutes in my mixer. I am no star of the Great British Baking Show, so I'm really just hoping it's gonna do its thing. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I'm gonna grease my bowl, put a cover over it, put it in a warm spot, let it sit for 30 minutes, and hopefully it will rise. Okay, so I'm looking at my timer, and I'm not gonna have enough time to show you the rolling, the cinnamon, sugar, butter process, rolling, rising. Anyway, so I'm gonna make a part 2. Anyway, like, comment, check back, follow, all those things to get a part 2 and finish your cinnamon rolls. Have a great day.